This is Car Chronicles Extra. Welcome to our experiment in webcasting. This is our new weekly automotive program. It's something that is likely going to change a lot. In fact, we're going to tweak as we go. We thought maybe we would start with a few practice sessions, but then we thought again, what the heck? This is the internet. Let's jump right in. What this show is a weekly program. It'll go out as both a video and an audio podcast. The video will be a combination of things that I've shot on my iPhone, that a professional videographer may have helped me with, or maybe even handout tapes from manufacturers. The audio podcast will work as well. This is going to be a combination of hard news, interviews, and a number of features, and maybe a look at the week ahead. Generally, we're going to focus on one big story, headlines, and then we will wrap everything up with a test drive. We'll begin and we'll end by talking minivans, because our test drive segment will look at the Dodge Caravan. But let's talk now about the place where that vehicle is built. We visited the Chrysler plant in Windsor this week, where we got the grand tour. It's a 3-shift-a-day operation. 4,300 workers building the Town & Country and the Grand Caravan, and also the Volkswagen Routan. And as they celebrated the new versions of these vehicles this week, they learned from CEO Sergio Marchionne that they have a future.
As it's the first time I visited the plant. It's not because I didn't want to be here before, I just had bigger problems to go deal with. And I always knew that I could come home to Windsor. I wanted to come here with one objective only, and that is to tell you that the future of this plant is without a doubt guaranteed.
Our tour showed us what Chrysler calls world-class manufacturing, a way the company says to get its people involved in the process. They're shifting all of their plans to this type of production. Chrysler also said this past week it's going to build a hybrid minivan, and they're working with the Environmental Protection Agency and Administrator Lisa Jackson to look at the possibilities of a hydraulic hybrid.
Developing a hydraulic hybrid minivan has the potential to improve overall fuel economy by 30 to 35% and reduce greenhouse gas emissions by about 25%. In city driving, fuel economy could be improved by up to 60%.
Now, hydraulic hybrids could get a significant fuel savings at a much lower cost. Taking a look at what's going on elsewhere in the industry, GM has been shuffling executives this week. Tom Stevens, who is Bob Lutz's successor as product chief, will take over the new role of chief technology officer, in charge of all of the high-tech features of vehicles. The new product development chief, Mary Barra, a longtime manufacturing executive, most recently with human resources. Let's get some insight now from Mike Robinette. He heads the global product development team with IHS Automotive.
There's no doubt that going forward, General Motors is going to need capable people that have a wealth of experiences in the organization, whether it be from manufacturing or engineering or even other aspects of the organization, to move the product plan forward. So certainly someone that can bring everybody together and get them moving in the right direction is going to be a plus.
Also at GM, OnStar is getting a new president, Linda Marshall, who's a veteran of the telecommunications industry. Chris Pruce, who had come to OnStar after moving to the top of the communications team, will form his own communications business. Here in Detroit, they're wrapping up the North American International Auto Show, a glitzier show than previous years, and attendance has been running better than the 2010 show, which was an improvement over 2009 when the industry, of course, was bottoming out. This now brings us to our test drive segment, the 2011 Dodge Grand Caravan. It's the same vehicle that you saw them building on the assembly line in Windsor. The Grand Caravan is definitely improved from before. They let me drive the crew model. Even with the cloth seats, it was an upgrade. And those seats are heated, as is the steering wheel, a first. And if you don't need the full power of the new Phoenix V6 engine, you can put it in a special mode that gives you better fuel economy. Now, in addition to the improved driving experience, you have all of the minivan bells and whistles you'd expect, including power doors and a power rear liftgate. Swivel and go is gone, but stow and go to hide all the seats is a big selling point. It even gives you extra storage space when the seats are deployed normally. That's the end of our inaugural webcast. We, of course, would like any feedback as we try to adjust this program as we move forward. And, of course, if you want breaking news from the auto scene, you can always stay with WWJ News Radio 950 or right here on our brand new CBSDetroit.com website. Thank you so much for joining us.